patrons. Looks like we have somebody here. I'm just gonna sit here and smile until everybody gets here. Say hi if you're here. Shows one person is here. If you're here, say hi so that we can start bringing chat up. And it looks like one person's here. Hi, one person. Anonymous. Hi, Sue. Nice to see you. Yeah, the weather here is gorgeous. It is very pretty. How about the weather where you are? Oh, why isn't chat staying up? How's the weather where you are? Oh, there we are. Your weather looks wonderful. That was Sue. I hate this new progressive thing, having to do this all the time. So we've got 4 people here. So Texas is hot and dry. Yeah, I bet, huh? No threat of the hurricane though, right? That's like Central Florida, I think, right? It shows we've got 4 people here. So if you're on, say hi. I'd love to say hi to you personally. Hi, Cindy. Hot in SoCal, 100 degrees. Ugh, yuck. Sue Fletcher at Miss Texas. Yeah, I thought so. I thought everything I was seeing said that it was in Florida. So we've only got 2 people on now. It kind of keeps going back and forth. How y'all doing? I think this is my first live chat for patrons only, and I don't think, bummer, I don't think I'm going to be able to switch screens. Hi from Texas. That's Cacatat. Cacatat. Is that how you're pronouncing it? Cacatat? I don't seem to be able to, I don't want to lose the live stream. So you all made it here just fine. So if you can, look on Patreon and make sure in the comments on Patreon, nobody is stuck on Patreon wondering how to get here. And why aren't my comments aren't staying up, which is a little, it's really weird. Cacti tap. Sue Fletcher says MVU. Yeah, it's nice here. Little tiny bit humid maybe, but not so much. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. The live chat will not stay on the screen and I don't know why. But hey, Heather, it's good to see you. So glad you're here. Nice to see you, Heather. Patty, thank you so much. Hi, Patty. I feel good, so thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. I appreciate that. Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. Yay, everybody's starting to show up. So now it's a party. I know it's a holiday weekend, and I thought about that. My timing couldn't have been worse, but it's good. Hi, Brenda. Well, thank you. That's very kind. Yeah, my timing on this couldn't have been worse probably, but I don't know. Not everybody's out, right, for the holiday weekend. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Hi, dear Carolyn. It's so wonderful to see you. Always wonderful to see you. All my friendlies. I love my friendlies. I'm actually starting a new hashtag. Hey, so I'm actually starting a new hashtag. I did something earlier. Oh, shoot. What was it called? Friendlies? Friendly? Oh, I'll tell you later. Now I don't remember. Hi, EL. I see you, sweet lady, looking healthy. Hi, EL or EI? EL. Hi, EL. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, Philip. Nice to see you. Happy Sunday to you. Anybody doing anything for Labor Day, or is it just kind of another day? Insiders. No, that wasn't it. Well, yeah, the insiders are definitely it. But I actually came up with a hashtag. No, friendly insiders. No, it was a public hashtag. Friendly, not friendly club, but friendly community, friendly. I don't remember what it was, but it was a hashtag I was thinking that we all ought to start using. I'll have to look back on my social media. It was a be kind thing. I don't remember where I posted it, and I don't remember what it was. Is everybody, am I fading in and out? Because I keep losing my chat. Insiders. Am I fading in and out? My internet connection here is, hi Roy. Hey, it's great to see you, Roy. Glad you're here. My internet connection here is not the greatest. Nope, you sound good. Okay, so I don't know why my chat just keeps fading in and out. Patty's here, and Heather says I'm not fading out. Sue's loud and clear. Brenda says I'm loud and clear. So we've got 17 people here. We've been on about 6 minutes. Is it is it about 4:30? It's a little after 4:30, right? I don't know why my chat keeps disappearing. Can anybody tell me what time it is? Because I don't want to mess with my phone, because I'm afraid that the live stream will go away. Everyone is like, Brenda, thank you so much. It's 6:30, it's 4:30, okay. Sue, so I'm gonna wait a few more minutes before I start. There is a purpose to this live stream, and 4:33 my time. Thank you, Heather, and 4:30, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Hard time getting to YouTube, Bernie May. You're here, I'm glad you're here. You made it, yay. So we've got, what do we have, 15 people? Out of 200. Just a reminder, this is a patron only live stream. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I know that some of the live streams that I've done have been a little challenging, so I've been a little hesitant to do it, and so I'm glad that we get the opportunity to do this. It'll help me know how to do it, make sure everybody gets here, and we can do it more often, so that's good. So Bernie May had a hard time getting to YouTube, but you're here. This is my new Bernie, right? Bernii. Yeah, it's nice to see you. You've been very active, which I really appreciate it. I love when you're active and comments and stuff. It really helps me to get to know you. So I'm glad to see that you're brand new and that you're already jumping in and commenting. And so that's great. Welcome, thank you. And I finally decided on tortoise. What is my Brenda tortoise for my trail name? Somebody said molasses. I was like, I kind of like that. Slow as molasses. I kind of like that. That was pretty good. Yeah. So we got 17, 5 thumbs up. This is a private video, by the way. Again, just a reminder, this is patrons only. It will not go out to the public. This is just between us. Oh, the tortoise glasses. These, I like these better too. After wearing the blue ones for 2 months straight, I'm happy. I like these better. Universal Significance, nice name. Hi, Carolyn. Oops, ran into login problems. Jane C. Hi, Jane C. I'm glad you're here. You made it. Yay. How's everybody doing? How's your Labor Day weekend? Any special Labor Day stuff? While you're typing that, I'm going to tell you, if you don't already know this, Labor Day is one of my favorite holidays as a nomad, because that means I start getting the forests all to myself again. Yeah, I'm a little selfish when it comes to that, huh? But you know I like my solitude. So, all right, give it a few more minutes. We're still at 17. Oh, Heather, you're not in Florida, are you? No, you're in Georgia. But, oh, I guess you guys are in the path. Are you all, has it been downgraded? Last I heard it was, oh, you're in North Carolina, that's right. Is it, are you, like, what level is it? Alabama, looks like you're gonna miss it. Good, Bernie, I'm happy to hear that. It's a 5? Are you kidding me, Brenda? Really? Last I heard it was a 3 and they were gonna downgrade it. Oh my gosh, you guys. And they're thinking it's going to hit like Tuesday or Wednesday still, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. Are you freaking out? I know this is just what you guys deal with on a regular basis, right? This is just, holy cow, guys, I'm worried about you. But I know you ride out storms like this. Are you evacuating? What are you doing? Bama's getting it bad. Tuesday into Wednesday. Alabama is going to get it bad. My family's in Florida or here, so it's one way or another. Holy cow, you guys. Okay, so all of my friendly patrons, I'm going to be worried about you over the next few days. You know, and we don't think, we're far away, right? And I realized it was hitting Florida. And silly me, it's just like, it's just hitting Florida. And, you know, I know a few people in Florida, and I've been worried, but didn't even think that they travel. In Georgia and North Carolina, you guys are going to get it. Alabama. Tuesday into Wednesday. I've lived in the Southeast for your entire life, Heather, and Bama's going to disappear. Don't say that, Brenda. I hope not. It won't be here until Monday. Bama, oh, Bahamas. Oh, I'm sorry, Bahamas, not Bama. I thought you were saying Alabama. The Bahamas are going to disappear. Oh my gosh, Bahama, not Bahama. Hi, Melissa. Good to see you. Historic storm, of course. I mean, we've had so many historic storms. I'm on CERT, so I actually help others, so I'm good. I'm glad to hear that, Heather. Just stay safe. Please stay safe. Georgiana, you finally found me. I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't too hard. The Bahamas. Bananas. Yeah, the banana Bahamas. I'm in North Atlanta, so my area won't get Nancy is saying she won't get, you guys are reading this, so Nancy won't get hit too hard. The coast of Georgia is the path. Bananas in Bahamas. Oh my gosh. Wow. My thoughts are going to be with all of you over the next several days. Stay in touch. Let us know you're okay. AJ, hey AJ, I'm sorry you got booted. AJ is, where are you? You're in Texas, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be worried about you. So what is your surprise? Georgiana, she's got right on and she wants to get right to the point. All right, we've got 20 people. I think we're like 5 or 10 minutes in. Seriously, all of you who are in path of this hurricane, stay in touch. I'm gonna be worried about you. Yeah. All right. So the reason I wanted to do this live stream right now, right today on a holiday weekend, is because after we're done here, I'm going to go ahead and make my Sunday night video go live. And what I wanted to let you know, and you'll see it in Sunday night's video, is that I have finished my hike. So that's the big news. I am off the Pacific Crest Trail, and right now I am resting at my friend's in Oregon, and it was probably about 80 degrees today. It's nice out, it's sunny. So yeah, my hike is over. And Patty's like, I suspected because of the chair. Yeah, different glasses, the chair, different clothes. So I'm not going to get into too many details. Well, thank you. You're going to hear all about it in the video that's coming out later. But I just kind of wanted you as patrons to know first what the big news is. I'm not going to get into too many details because I have so many more videos to come. But I know that especially as patrons, I know that you guys worry about me, that you follow along, you kind of want to know like what's going on in my journey, and you know, you worry about me, you pray about me, you pray for me. So I thought it would only be fair to let you know that I'm no longer on the trail. And part of me, you know, I have to keep my videos out on a delay. You know that. I have to keep my videos on a delay so that I can take care of myself. I have to keep safe. That's number one. So I will tell you that yes, so you don't have to worry, Brenda says. Yeah, Brenda. So no injuries. You know what? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to let you watch the videos. There's about 4 or 5 more weeks of videos, but I just wanted to let you know now that I'm off the trail so you don't have to be worrying, and you'll know that as you watch the videos that I'm safe and sound back in my rig. I'll be boondocking, living my life. And I started in June, and a lot of you EL says, thank God we were freaking out. I started my hike in June, and you didn't start seeing videos, I think, until July. And I was really, really careful and very strategic. That was part of the reason I hired my personal assistant. The first several weeks I was on the trail, I really wanted everybody to think that I wasn't on the trail. So I hired my personal assistant to, you know, keep posting things, keep answering comments, keep up on Facebook, keep up on YouTube. I really wanted the public to think that I was not on the trail yet. You know, I mean, there's a guy in jail for threatening my life. So I really had to think about who actually got out while I was on the trail. I got a notification on my cell phone. Somebody who recommended Vine for me. It might have been one of you. Thank you for that. So it's an app that allows me to put an inmate's name in there. And so when that inmate gets out of jail, I was notified, and I was actually notified on the trail that he got out. And I'm going to admit, I had some concern, you know? I mean, I really had to think about that. I really had to think about, okay, this guy's been sitting in jail for 7 months. Stewing over the fact that I put him there, and here I am on the trail by myself. And I even considered at one point, do I not sign trail registers? Do I use an alias for trail registers? And then I was like, you know what? Anybody who hikes 40 miles out into the wilderness and searches trail registers to see when I was there, you know, most of the people who don't like me, frankly, didn't look like they were in the kind of shape to be able to do that. Of course, neither did I. So that was really, I'm sorry, that was really, really judgmental. But anyway, so yeah, my videos are several, you know, my videos are always on a delay for my own safety. And so you've got about 4 or 5 more weeks. I'm going to be, the good news is I get to now edit videos on my laptop, which is a little bit easier than editing them on my phone. Just as far as organizing clips and stuff like that. And so I've got a lot more video for you. I mean, my phone is full of video, full. Literally, I had to buy a new memory card to extend my memory on my phone. I was putting some in Dropbox, but that took forever. Anyway, hi. So let me see what your comments are. I've had a lot of coffee today. I'm hanging out with my friend, and we drink a lot of coffee together. So Brenda's like, you're funny. Yeah, you're right. No one could keep up with you. And Brenda, I'm looking forward to more travel videos. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I have a lot more to come. I've got some really exciting things coming up. And Heather, holy cannoli, I'm really glad you're back. Thank you. Bernie said, darn. Georgiana said, that's what I thought. And EL says, you were freaking out, and we appreciate. So do you have any questions for me? I'm not going to answer any questions that are going to give away the future of my of the videos. Like, I'm not going to tell you how many miles I did. I'm not going to tell you where I stopped. So you'll see I'm doing a contest. So make sure, I'm going to have to tell you about it now. Watch the video that's going to come out after this on YouTube. There's a contest, and you get a chance to win a pair of hiking socks. So I said I finished my hike. Actually, Ralph helped me with that terminology. He wrote to me and said, I'm really glad you finished your hike. And so I finished, but I didn't necessarily finish in Canada, where I had originally intended. I may have finished somewhere else. So you can guess how many miles I did, and maybe win a pair of socks, and all the information on that is going to be in tonight's video. So I'll answer any questions that don't give away the story, but if you have any kind of generic questions about life on the trail, I'd be happy. We're a much smaller community here than we are if this was a public video where I'd have, you know, a couple hundred people. So I'll try to answer all your questions. And Universal, Jane, any more vegan police in my future? You know, that was so much fun. I did piss off some vegans. I did get some hate mail from vegans, but you know what, if you can't laugh at yourself, yeah, there might be more. Stay tuned. You know, I may have discovered that I actually am a little bit of a ham. I had fun with that. I really had fun making it. Just sitting out there in the woods by myself. And I don't know if you noticed, I kept looking around because I was right on a trail, and I was also, I don't know how many miles from I didn't know it at the time, from a pretty popular lake. And so a few hikers would go by, the horses would go by. So I'm like looking around because I'm like, it's vegan police. And then I'm like, if somebody walks by, they're going to think I'm nuts, vegan police. So I had fun making that. and the response to it was awesome. I loved when reading your comments. Been reading comments the last couple days, kind of catching up and reading everybody's comments, and it was really fun to see how much everybody enjoyed that silly side of me, kind of unguarded, I guess. Okay, all right, where are your comments again? They keep disappearing. All right, Sue, you're so inspiring to us older ladies. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's my goal. I was just telling someone earlier on social media today that, you know, if you go back to my very, very first video, what I said is I wanted to be the person out here doing things that would help all of you, everybody, all of us, you know, say, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it. I'm nobody special. I'm not in great shape. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I stick my foot in my mouth. I get stuck. I get on roads I shouldn't go on. I do things I shouldn't do. You know, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I come on video with food in my teeth, with dirty fingernails, and I really want to be the one who shows that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. If I'm doing it, you can do it. And so to know that you are inspired by just watching me live my life, which is basically how I view this. It's just watching me live my life really helps and inspires me to keep sharing. Because as many of you know, sometimes that can be really challenging. But so thank you, and I'm glad you're inspired. So, all right, let me see. I want to answer your questions. Bernie, did it feel good to sleep in your own bed? So, yes and no, believe it or not. I slept like a baby on the trail. I can't believe my sleep system. I knocked it out of the park with my sleeping system. My air mattress was so comfortable, and I was also hiking 10 to 18 miles a day. So that helps one sleep at night. Now that I'm back in the rig, I'm having trouble sleeping again. And then I don't, so anyway, yeah, my bed is extremely comfortable. It's also been a little warm. So yes and no. It's good to be home. I love my bed, all my pillows, my nice comfy high thread count sheets. You know, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to sheets. Yes, it is really nice. I just wish that I just need to get out and hike 15 miles every day, and then it'll feel really good. All right. Catherine says, I look so happy today, super strong and fit. Thank you. I feel really strong and fit. You'll see this in a minute. I mean, you know, swinging the trekking poles all the time, and I definitely lost inches. I didn't lose as many pounds. In fact, I think I lost 7 pounds. I got back to my friend's house and got on the scale, and I'm like, 7 pounds? Are you effing kidding me? But I lost a lot of inches. All my friends are really noticing I lost a lot of inches, which is nice. You know, that's really what it's about, right? I mean, I'm stronger. So Brenda says, I was beginning, Philip says, Sue, she's inspiring this young man too. Yay, that makes me so happy. The fact that a young man wants to watch an old lady live her life and be inspired by it, that says a lot about the type of person you are. And I'm honored. I'm really honored. That's really nice. Thank you. I will say, I really became hyper aware of my age on the trail. There might be more about that in future videos, but as I've said, I encountered hundreds of hikers and only about 5 women my age doing long hikes. Either long section hikes, or the whole thing. I think I met 3 who were doing the whole thing. So I became very aware of my age, especially when the youngsters would say, yeah, well, when people get to be your age, or when I became very aware of my age. I don't feel my age. I don't feel 52, but sometimes you become very aware. So Philip, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. That really makes me happy. You just kind of, that's awesome. So Catherine, amen to older women following you. How do you stay so healthy? Well, you know, it's been an evolution I think I try to eat right. You know, I do like my sugar, but my vegan diet definitely helps. I try to stay active. My hike was really on purpose to get me out of a rut that I had been getting into since Capone died. Really just kind of sitting in my rig, not doing much, and not you know, hiking a little bit, but not enough. I really kind of have to go big in order to kind of knock myself out of a rut sometimes. And I hope that I'm able to maintain this. That's kind of my goal right now. I'd gained weight, of course, 20 pounds or so, maybe living in my rig, the sedentary lifestyle, and just, you know, working a lot. I'm now at a more comfortable place, both with this new business, YouTube, and feeling healthier, and I'm feeling really good. So I'm hoping that I can carry this over and continue to make sure I get enough exercise, that I don't put the weight back on. So let me see. Brenda says, I was beginning to get separation anxiety. You were too far away from us, worried about the bears and your feet blisters and ankles, then your hips. It's like I am your sister or something. Brenda, I'm honored. I'm honored that you feel that way. I hear, and don't worry, I hear that quite a bit. I'm in your home, I'm in your face. So I understand that people feel close to me, and I'm honored. I am. I'm honored. And my feet were a mess. Stay tuned for the videos. I'm not gonna, my feet were, I can't believe I did what I did when my feet were such a mess. At one point, I will share this. At one point, I went swimming and I felt something flapping on my little toe, and I'd had a blister there. And so I got out of the water and I'm like, oh my, the blister must have popped open and the skin is loose and the skin is flapping on my toe. And I get out and it wasn't skin, it was a blister. I literally had another blister almost the size of my little toe that literally flapped when I swam. So it did get better though. I finally got some shoes, and I'll wait. So, all right. Hang on. I was beginning. Okay. Gotta run. Bye, Georgiana. Thank you so much for being here. And Heather, is there anything other than 60 extra spoons maybe that you wish you had brought, or something you wish you could have left? You would have left. You asked me that question before, and I was thinking about it. I did pretty well on gear. You know what I wish I had brought, and you're going to see this in a future video. I didn't even know it existed. Luca tape, which I couldn't find. So I ended up with climber's tape. And these are super, super strong, breathable tapes that you put on. Literally, like the last one I put on lasted, I couldn't even get it off. After tons of swimming and showers, it was really hard to come off. And those are what I started wrapping my feet in when I had hot spots to prevent blisters. So those are either Leuko tape, which is Leuko tape, which another hiker actually had a little extra and they gave me on the trail, which really helped me. And then when I went into town, I couldn't find it. So I went to REI, and someone else had told me about climber's tape. So I got climber's tape instead. And climber's tape is white. You'll see it in the video, I think. Boy, I may not have covered it in a video, but it's climber's tape. They put it around their hands so that when they're climbing, they can get traction and gripping, and they don't get blisters and stuff. So that worked extremely well for my feet. I loved that once I got that. So I would have carried more of that, and I would have not, moleskin doesn't work for me. It doesn't stay on. I put moleskin on my little toe after the blister. That night I pulled off my sock and the whole thing of moleskin came with it. The only other thing that I took that I didn't use was the microphone for my cell phone so that my sound on my cell phone would be better, and I never used it. Other than that, I did end up picking up a couple things in my resupplies. I picked up some boxer shorts to sleep in because the only thing I had taken was my wool base layer, and it was too hot. So I was in a little town and I couldn't find anything but men's boxers. So I bought a couple pair of men's boxers to sleep in. I don't know. I just wanted something else that's like shorts to sleep in. But I think that's really all I can think of that to answer your question. Is there anything other than 60 extra spoons? Yeah, and I never did. I'll have to tell the spoon story. So using, Bernie asked, so using the air mattress, did the cold air come up through it, and did your bag stop the air? So that's a really good question, Bernie. The air mattress that I bought was the Thermarest Neo Air, and one of the selling points for me is that it has a barrier on it, a heat reflective barrier. So what I found after some trial and error of a couple weeks of being on the trail, a couple days, a week, whatever, was that I was actually warmer if I didn't wrap myself up in my sleeping bag. That sometimes that worked, sometimes it didn't. But if I my sleeping bag was almost like a quilt. The bottom part is like mummy feet, but then the rest of it unzipped, so it could almost be like a quilt. I found that most of the time I was warmer if, especially once I started losing weight. Actually, at one point I noticed, okay, in the beginning, I would try to wrap the sleeping bag around myself, leaving it unzipped so that the reflective barrier on the air mattress could do its thing. But what happened is, it's a mummy bag. Well, you know, it's a narrow bag. I got it my size, but I still had some cushion on me. I couldn't get it all the way around me, and there would be gaps letting cold air in. I noticed toward the end of my trip, that wasn't happening. I could actually put the sleeping bag, tuck it all the way around me, and let the heat barrier from the air mattress work its magic. And many times I was too warm. There were a couple nights I was and you'll see I was waking up sweating because there were some warm nights, and I'm like, okay, now what do I do? Like, how do I prevent, you know, getting overheated in my 5-degree bag and my air mattress? So the air mattress was really did an excellent job at reflecting my body heat back on me. And if I didn't wrap my down bag around me, it tended to keep me warm with that just over me. So I hope that made sense to you. All right, where am I? So that was Bernie. And Brenda says you gained muscle weight, so you lost more than you think. Yeah. I kept trying to tell myself I probably gained at least 40 pounds in muscle. So I lost 47 pounds. Joking, of course. All right, where are we? And Brenda, did anyone recognize me? Yes, 2 people. A woman named Lakes, that was her trail name, very early on in Oregon, and a couple near Fish Lake. I was going into Fish Lake for that video just came out for a shower and laundry, and I was going down the trail, and she was like, Carolyn, and they were staying at Fish Lake Resort, and she was so surprised to see me. And so those were the only 2 people who said they recognized me. I got a couple of double takes. I get that a lot. Some people are too shy to say anything to me. I did get some double takes. People like, or there was this one guy, I was sitting at a popular resupply stop. Again, I didn't resupply there, but I went in because everybody else was going there. It was like a big, you know, everybody meet up here and go get cold drinks. And I was sitting there eating my snack, and this guy is walking across the parking lot toward me, and he's like, and then he just like kept on going. So I think what happened is he recognized me and thought he knew me, and then realized he didn't know me, that he only knew me from video. And I hear that a lot. A lot of people will write to me and say, I saw you in the store today. I saw you blah, blah, blah today. I saw you getting gas today, but I was too shy to say hi. So I think that happened a few times on the trail. But anyway, my air mattress, and did anyone recognize you? And I did tell a lot of people on the trail. I think I gained some new viewers, because once I got to know people, I'd tell them. And Roy, I hope to see you on the trail when I get my Ram ProMaster built out. Awesome. That sounds awesome. And that was, who was that? That was Roy. On the trail or on the road? Ram ProMaster. That's a vehicle, right? Heather, did anyone try to walk with you? Any scary animal encounters, or is that a spoiler? So did anyone try to walk with me? No. Well, yeah, there was one guy, Malachi, and from Florida, who reminded me a little bit of Second Chance. Actually, a couple times I was like, "Are you Second Chance?" And he just laughed. He wasn't Second Chance, but we leapfrogged for a couple of days before Crater Lake, and then we lost touch at Crater Lake because he had to stay an extra day to wait for a box. And then, I don't know, a week and a half later, probably, I just came out of a side trail from my camp, and I go up the trail, and then I decide to turn around to look at the view, and Malachi is coming up. I'm like, Malachi. He's like, Carolyn. And it was a nice little reunion. And younger guy, you know, way younger guy. And so we hiked together a little bit that day. And, you know, I want to say he tried to hike with me, but at one point we were kind of close. And then, but he was faster than, but anyway, and I decided at one point that I wanted to lose him. I was just like, I don't feel like talking today. I don't feel like carrying on this conversation. And so I'd stop for a break. We ran into each other again later that afternoon, and then we ran into each other later that afternoon, and he was hitching a ride to a different part of the trail. But no, nobody, again, I'm everybody's mom out there. Remember, I'm everybody's mom on the trail. Like 30 years old was like as old as most other hikers were. And here I am, 52 years old. So no, there weren't a lot of people who wanted to latch on to me. If I met women my age, actually men and women my age, very chatty, there was an instant camaraderie with anybody I met my age. And there were some women that I did meet up with, that I camped with a couple nights here and there, some other women my age, and I enjoyed that very much. But there was one woman in particular, I think some of you patrons saw a picture of her. Her name was Sue. She was a school teacher. I really enjoyed her very much and was really sad that I never got to see her again. I thought that we would continue to leapfrog and I'd see her again. I think she may have gotten off trail. We hiked about the same speed. She was my age. I liked her a lot. We spent a couple days. Yeah. So, but unfortunately, no. So, all right. And any scary animal encounters? You know what? I'm just going to tell you, no. None. Zero. And you're going to find out more about that. Actually, the insiders kind of already know. I already gave you, the insiders are the $25 and higher. I already gave you my reasons. Well, I can't go there. Anyway, so we'll talk more about that later. Let's say that. And Catherine Mitten. Hi, Catherine. I feel like I haven't seen your name in a long time. It's good to see you. So, hearing the crunching ground, I feared for your safety. Microspikes is what you called them. Yeah, there's microspikes and there are crampons. Crampons are bigger, thicker, more for like ice, like climbing on glaciers. And I had microspikes, which I think, as you saw, they were just these rubber things that attached to the bottom of my boots to give me better traction. Hi, Janet. We're honored. I'm honored. I'm so honored. I mean, the fact that people want to watch my life and that you care, I'm so touched. Melissa, sorry your feet were such a mess. Yeah, me too. It's it's a fact of life as a long distance hiker. Pain is part of it. I think I said recently, there's got to be a little masochist in anybody who does any long distance endurance training or endurance sports, because pain is just part of it. And I think that part of the fun of the challenge is to see how far you can push yourself and how much you can get past the pain and keep going. And of course, finding the right shoes, which luckily, a lot of people go out there without a lot of money, really like no money at all. I ran into a lot of people who, I ended up giving a lot of food away to people who were running out of money on the trail. These young people who were going out there and didn't plan very well, and so I ended up giving a lot of my food away. It was extra. And I'm very fortunate in that I had the means to be able to try different shoes. I tried 3 different pairs of shoes, and I finally found the ones that worked for me. And I'm very fortunate. Not everybody has that luxury. So a lot of it is about finding the right shoes, but even with the best shoes, you can have the best shoes. They fit the best. They're the perfect shoes. If you're hiking, for me, 15 miles a day, but for the average hiker, 25, 30 miles a day, your feet are going to hurt. It's just a fact of life. All right. You can get sepsis with blisters. I took care of them. And I did. I made sure I took care of them. No big issues. And Melissa says, we are here for you. That's very kind. Heather, or they are like me and they don't want to scare you at the RTR. Yeah, I think you've all heard the story about the guy. I was in a town. I won't mention which town. Anyway, it's a town that I go to quite a bit. And I was out running errands, and I get back. I get an email from a guy, or a message. I think it was a message on YouTube. He's like, I just saw you in blah, 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 the name of the town today. I saw you getting gas, and then I followed you to Home Depot, but I didn't want to say hi because I didn't want to bother you. And I'm like, dude, you just followed me. I'm like, say hi, because I'd be much more freaked out by somebody following me and not talking to me. You should have said hi. So I wonder how often that happens. Somebody follows me and doesn't. God, I'm telling you, I'm paranoid by nature. Now I'm really paranoid. I never know. And Kim says, I've lost track with the delayed posts. How many days were you on the trip? I'm not going to share that right now. Kim, I'm not going to enter because I don't want to spoil the ending. I'm done with the hike. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound defensive about it. I've already covered it. But I just want you all to enjoy the rest of the journey and have a little bit. I like surprises. You know, maybe not everybody likes surprises. And maybe that's why I'm so like, I want to keep the ending. I don't want to give it away for you. Oh, what? Oh, I don't want to give it away for you because I love the goods. I've had so many bad surprises in my life. Surprise, your boyfriend's married. Surprise, you're not going to get this. I've had a lot of bad surprises in my life. I love good surprises. And I think I bring that into my channel. It's just like, I want to give you good surprises. And so I don't want to give away the end. But as I said early on, I felt like I wanted to tell you that I'm not on the trail anymore so that you wouldn't have to keep worrying about me, so that you know that I'm back in the safety of my rig. But I do want to let the story play out and let the surprises of the story come to you as a story. So Kim, thank you for the question. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to sound so defensive. I really didn't mean that at all. Melissa, did I hear Bigfoot knocking on any trees? No, I wish I had, but I didn't. Roy, it's a big high top van. Oh, that's cool. That sounds nice. When do you think you're going to have that done? Hey, Nano. So glad you made it through. You rock. So much so I have been thinking I want to try some baby hikes. Awesome. Congratulations. Good for you. It's how it all starts. Everything starts with baby steps. Every giant leap starts with a baby step. I don't know. Or like David and who I yell, Carolyn. Yeah, I know. All right. Did I have any campfires? As a matter of fact, you are going to see the only campfire I had on the trail in, I think, Thursday's video. I think it's Thursday or next Sunday. I have like 3 videos ready to go, and then I need to get editing. Because it was a lot harder to edit on the trail than I thought it would be, partly because I didn't have enough power. I said that, I think, in a recent video that my cell phone and my anchor didn't work very well, or it didn't give me enough power to edit as much as I wanted to on the trail. And so, I've seen some criticism, surprise, about me staying in hotels. Well, if I hadn't stayed in hotels, I wouldn't have been able to work. And if I hadn't been able to work, I wouldn't have been able to produce videos. So unfortunately, that was one thing too. I did have to stay in hotels a little bit more than I wanted to. And partly because I wanted to get videos out. So that sounded like a complaint, and I'm sorry. I don't mean it to. I'm not complaining. I love my life. I am truly the most grateful person in the world that I get to live the life I live. So I'm sorry if that sounded like a complaint. I didn't mean to. Edie, did I have any campfires? So yes, I had one campfire. Most of the time in Oregon and Washington, campfires are prohibited because of the fire season. But in some wilderness areas, they were permitted. And I literally woke up one morning very, very cold. And so I started. That was actually a really nice morning. So thank you, Bernie, for that question. And Edie, hi, Edie, just came in from cleaning out a moving sale. Does that mean you're getting ready to hit the road? You're one step closer to hitting the road. Awesome. Kim, so glad you're safely back and look forward to be surprised. Thank you. Aw. Yes. Okay. Good. Aw, thank you. And I actually, I have told, well, you'll see it in tonight's video. You do want to stay tuned to the end, because not only are there just little fun things in the hike, I have a big surprise for when the hike is over. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Unknown, Roy. Unknown. I don't know what that means. Are you talking to me? I know you could. Okay, Bernie says they could stay outside. Why would people be upset if you stay in a hotel? Because people get upset over everything. I mean, people just want to criticize me. Not me. It's not just me. People just want. There are really some miserable people who just want to criticize. And there, I also realize now that I'm reading comments, a lot of people just don't understand what it's like to do a long hike. You know, I didn't really until I started researching it. But, you know, I posted a picture of a trail angel who gave us a ride 20 miles into town to get our resupply. And a guy commented, "Why didn't you just walk the 20 miles?" Like, seriously? I hiked X number of miles and you know, so a lot of people just don't really understand what it's like, what the culture is. I really didn't even understand a lot about the culture. I learned a lot about what it really means to be a thru hiker, what it really means to hike the Pacific Crest Trail, what the Pacific Crest Trail really is and isn't. On the trail. And if you like listening to my philosophies on life and stuff, you're going to enjoy some of the videos that are coming up, because I do have a lot of insight. I think especially as an older woman, I have a lot of insight about the trail experience that I think is going to help anyone who might be thinking about doing the hike, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's completely different than I expected. And it isn't what I think only one side of the story is being told in media and in literature, in the books that I've read and in social media. I think only one side of the PCT story is being told. I think there are other sides that aren't being told. And of course, I'm going to volunteer to tell that. So toward the end of my hike, I'm going to do a video about more about that, about the culture and about what the experience really is like. So, oh, unknown timing. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yeah, that's right. I had asked him a question. It's, thank you very much for that. And Patty, was the hike harder than the other hike you did before, or easier? And can I say? In some ways it was harder, and in some ways, you know, I think I might save that for my bigger take on that, because it's a really it's a loaded question. There are so many layers to it. I will say, physically, even though I was in better shape when I did the John Muir Trail and it was a shorter hike, it was the John Muir Trail is the most challenging part of the trail. What I will say is that for that hard work, I got more out of it. I got more payoff. The PCT was harder in different ways that I didn't expect. Much harder in some very different ways. And I think I can talk a little bit about the monotony, the boredom. Even though I didn't have the elevation gains and losses, I also didn't have the reward for all my hard work. And you're going to start seeing, I'm going to start really showing in the videos to come. I'm not just going to show you the highlights like everybody else does. I'm going to show you some of the mundane aspects of what it means to hike day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out in the same scenery. So in that respect, it was a lot harder. It was monotonous. It got really boring at times when there wasn't the scenery, when there wasn't the payoff, when I climb a 3,000-foot mountain and there's no view, there's just more forest, and I go down again and then I go up again. So it's a great question, and I think I will be covering that quite a bit, because that is a big part of my experience on the PCT. So great question, Patty. So thank you. And Heather, you rock. I don't understand squat. That's part of why we watch each other and learn, right? Exactly. Exactly. Brenda, the Crater Lake was most beautiful. So gorgeous. Norm, good for Norm. Yeah. There's going to be more on that, because there's more to Norm than what I showed. And there's a story there. So there's always a story. So keep watching, because when I get to that part of the video, I'll talk more about it. Philip, the internet has blessed us with connection in so many ways, but there is no doubt it empowers people to be keyboard warriors and criticize in ways that they never would in real life. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. Melissa, people can be such backsides. Don't let them get you down. Enough of us think the world of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Bernie, hiking with all those loose rocks had me worried about you. Bernie, what you saw in my video so far was a tenth of what I experienced on the Pacific Crest, on the John Muir Trail. The John Muir Trail being above tree line 80% of the time, that I actually enjoyed those parts of the Pacific Crest Trail because it was different than forest. So I understand it looks scary. But the fact that most of the time on those rocks that you saw, I couldn't like slide off a mountain, whereas on the John Muir Trail I could. In some cases, like Forester Pass, they call it the infamous chute. Very scary, where you're walking on a path this big, rocky like that, and there's just nothing but a drop off. Or climbing Mount Whitney. Oh my God, climbing Mount Whitney was like that. Oh, but boy, what an adventure. I wish I was making videos then to document it. It was pretty amazing. Haven on Wheels, one step closer, putting the house on the market next week after a Haven on Wheels. You're Edie, right? So glad to see you are healthy, happy, and done. Congratulations. Yay. That's awesome. One step closer, and the house is going on the market. Oh, good luck with that. Congratulations. Cheryl says you look great and happy. How many videos until the end of the hike? I don't know because I haven't made them yet. I will tell you that my phone is full. My phone's memory is full. Almost. I was able to download a few. I got a backup memory card so that I could put more on it. But I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot ahead of me. Okay. And Cheryl, how many videos to the end? Any interest in doing Appalachian? No. Patty, no. I've never had any desire. I always said that I grew up in upstate New York, and I always said that if I had stayed in New York, I would have never become a backpacker. Some people love the woods, and some people can probably find beauty and awe and be inspired by hiking in the woods for 4 months straight. I am not one of them. I also, from everybody I met on the trail who has done the Appalachian Trail, it's more populated, it's closer to towns. All the things I hated about the PCT is what the AT is all about. So I have zero desire. I don't like the woods, just bore me. I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't offend anybody. But I need drama. I need big, huge, dramatic scenery in order to make all of the effort that you put into it worth it. And so I don't think I would get that on the AT. So no. And the bugs and the cicadas and the mosquitoes and the gnats. Oh yeah. Oh no. I think I will tell you. I think I can tell you this. My need to do a long distance hike is over. This hike has satiated that desire. I wanted to go out and be out in nature as long as I could be, and I did it, and I have no desire to ever do it again. I will say that. I think the longest at this point I'm thinking I might ever want to go out again is maybe a couple weeks, but I don't need to go out for months on end. So no more through hikes. No through hikes. AJ, I can't wait for the big new surprise. I can't wait to tell you. I'm like, we need 12 more likes. Brenda says we need 12 more likes. Thank you, Brenda. All right. Patty smiling, off to something new. Yeah. And Heather says Appalachian's very buggy. I live a couple of hours from there and have done some of it. Also, yes, very crowded. It's beautiful, but I wouldn't do it again. And mine was for 3 days. Yeah. What I have decided, can I tell you this now? Yeah, I think I'll tell you. I'm not done backpacking. Would you be interested in going on some backpacking adventures with me that aren't the Pacific Crest Trail? I'm not done backpacking. This trip did make me I love backpacking and I missed it a lot, and I'm really glad that I got out and did this trip because it kind of helped firm, that I love backpacking. So this is what I'm thinking. I want to go do more remote backpacking. I really want to go seek out some trails where I'm not going to see people. That's my whole thing. I love people. I enjoyed everybody I met on the trail tremendously. I met some wonderful people on the trail. But as I've said a million times before, you've heard me, I can't completely relax if there are other people around. In fact, I went for a 7-mile hike the other day just for fun, and I came back refreshed. My creative mind was going. I was at peace. And I knew I was alone. I didn't know where the next person was. And that's why I backpack. That's what I go into the backcountry for. And I didn't get that on the Pacific Crest Trail. And there's going to be more on that. But I do look forward to going out and exploring more. I think I might hone my navigation skills and maybe even look into off-trail hiking. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I can partner up with somebody who really knows compass map reading, because I don't. But yeah. So yeah, I do look forward to more. Do I enjoy being alone? Did you enjoy being alone as to be with people? I wasn't alone enough. I will say that. Yeah, I wasn't alone enough. All right, I want to wrap this up because the other video on YouTube is about ready to go. So I want to let you go and watch that. But any last minute questions that I didn't answer? I do want to make sure I get to all of your questions. And it's dinner time. I want to go eat dinner. I'm hungry. Questions? Questions? I think you're all set. Hugs to you. Really enjoy the chat. I'm going to do this more often. I like this. It's nice to have just the patrons here. Bernie, thank you for coming. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. And ooh, pot roast for dinner. Oh, I can just smell it cooking with potatoes in a crock pot. That sounds so good. Thank you, even though I haven't eaten beef in years, but the smell of it, of a pot roast. Thank you, great call. Thank you, Brenda. So thank you all. Thank you, thank you so much, patrons. Without you, honestly, I wouldn't still be making videos. So your support, your encouragement, your investment in my channel that allows me to keep sharing my life just means everything, not only to me, but you're also helping the thousands of people on YouTube who can't afford to join Patreon. So your support helps keep my channel alive. It really does. And I am grateful to you, not only for the financial support, but also for the moral support, the encouragement. You're my little group of friendlies, and I love you. You're awesome. So thank you. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. There will be a lot more to come. And I'm really kind of relieved that you all know I'm off the trail. And so I can be posting more real-time stuff as you watch the hike play out. So thank you so much. Yes, it is Edie. All right, I finally put Edie and Haven on Wheels together. Finally. It only took me 2 years. Brenda, oh my gosh, please, please, please. Everything everybody does just really helps. So, you all have a wonderful Labor Day. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you soon. Bye. Enjoy the video.